Hey everybody, welcome back to Minecraft on the GameSquad server. This is episode 6, and if you missed the last 2 episodes, I actually went out with Panda Force Gaming, and we got Elytra. Oh yeah, he already had a sick nasty pair, but he was nice enough to go out with me and help me get my own sick nasty pair. I also got some shulker boxes with, the essentials. I got a toolbox, a lunch box, my rocket box. Oops. And then what's this one? This is my precious box. So, it was a nice little excursion we went on. I did have to go back 2 different times because the first pair that we got in that episode, I forgot to put mending on, and they got too expensive. And then I had a second pair that I ended up getting melted alive with, and so they're gone forever. Those ones just don't exist. But the first pair are over in my trophy room. And yeah, you should definitely go check out those episodes. But also, I've died a lot since then. So I recently ran a Twitter poll asking people where they wanted to see today's episode, and it was a 50-50 split. 50% of people were like, yo, do Fort Fatcat, and 50% of people were like, yo, go to the Spoon Lake. So we're going to start off over here at Fort Fatcat, and then we will go over to the Spoon Lake later in the episode and do some work over there. So let's do a small tour. I'm using a new texture pack, and I got some new things going on, and just want to do a small little run around of some new things. I need to fix this up. Actually, as I was over here looking at the iron farm, a creeper blew up, but it did not really do that much damage, so I do need to come clean that up real quick. But this is the iron farm. We got a village right here. Well, it's split between the 2 sides, so the center of the village is detected right here. And golems will spawn in, and they'll just plop in through the center. They will get killed off by some magma blocks that will then carry everything through an item transportation system, and it'll take it to the inside of Fort Fatcat. It's really handy. This right here is a gold farm. It kind of needs the same item transportation love. And honestly, gold farms like this just aren't really efficient anymore, in my opinion. There are way better ways to do it. But it is kind of like a sign of man, look at how much work I've been doing. So this is the gold farm. And as you can see, it, does its thing. You gotta come over here and slay them down, so it kind of doubles as an XP farm. But I think it's nice and cute and handy. Yeah. And we can actually get our way up to the top for a nice little AFK sesh if we so desire. If we just stand right here and flick this button, we are sent up this nice little elevator. Oh my god, I don't want to get crushed. It's a very tight window. Come on. We make it. We make it. We make it. So yeah, here is the top. And yeah, it's just a bunch of nether portals. I got a little guy right here. His name is Snowy. And I need to add some elevators or ladders or just some way to get up to the top because you pelt him with a snowball and everyone will funnel in. So if there's a bunch of guys kind of standing here and they haven't funneled themselves in yet, you can force them to by throwing a snowball at this guy. It's pretty handy. Okay, so this right here is my villager breeder. They just do that exact thing. They breed villagers. And the villager babies, they run through right here because this is trampled and then this is a trapdoor, so they think this is a full block. And then they run through, drop down, and they're actually funneled through a system where we will do some work, but not in today's episode. No, not in today's episode. That's going to be, we'll dedicate a full episode here at the Fatcat for that project. But yeah, we got a nice little villager breeder, and actually if we fly right over here, this is a potato farm. Oh wow, big ass cut of frames. So this is my little potato guy. There's something up with this design though. I need to go back and rewatch the video because I was told from the video, from what I understand, handing this dude up some potatoes and whatnot, he'll sit here and infinitely generate them. But he eventually runs out of resources. You little son of a bitch, you'll never get my villager. Oh, and also, everything is funneled through, so when he is working, when he's not on break, everything is funneled through this system right here. And if we run right over here, because I'm just going to ignore that zombie, whoa, we have where all the drops accumulate. So I gave him a stack, and it amassed into this. So it does have a level of efficiency, but right now he's on break. I got to go back in there and restock him. So definitely some changes need to happen with that one. And if we just pop on through this little hallway with all these nice little Totodile colors, and yes, black and white too, those colors are included. We have a little map room. This isn't new per se, but it's definitely something I didn't show off. So yeah, we got the Game Squad setup down here. There's Jara Jam, Olivia, Cascade Arcade, me, the homies. And then over here is my setup. We got the iron farm, the gold farm, auto sugar cane. There's a wheat farm up here, but actually today that's where we're going to be doing some of our work because that's not going to be wheat anymore. But yeah, this place is coming together quite nicely, I think. So like I said, over in the map room, we are going to actually be doing some work over here. This is the wheat that I was talking about. There's not an actual way up to this setup yet, but as you see, I have created this very intricate rail system, and we'll definitely do an episode focused on that, fleshing it out. I think that would be an absolute lot of fun, but that is not today's priority. Today's priority, I would like to remove all of this diorite. When I first started playing, I thought diorite in the texture pack I was using was really pretty, but I am just not a fan of it anymore, and I've honestly become a fan of Iskall85, and his hatred towards diorite is hilarious. So to rep my boy, I'm gonna go ahead and remove all of this diorite from this build, and we will flesh it out with something a little prettier. Maybe glazed terracotta or something. I'm not 100% what we're gonna use yet, but that's just a small project. The thing I would really like to focus on in today's episode is remodeling this to be a kelp farm, because kelp is actually incredibly handy. We can use kelp to power furnaces. So I think it would be really handy duty to have, for say, maybe this amount of kelp pretty much all the time. And then I'm also thinking if there's time, I'd like to funnel the drops from both of these into some type of item sorter and collector, somewhere where I don't have to like actually come up here to collect these things. They can just kind of be dropped down to the bottom. So yeah, we got a nice handful of things to start off with over here. So I figure before we actually get moving on the bigger stuff, let's go ahead and clean up some of this diorite and make this place just look a little better. I still don't know what block I want to use to fill in where the diorite is, but anything will be better than diorite. And yes, that means I'm going to go through here, I'm going to punch out all of this shit too. We're going to really, really clean her up. Okay, I think I've settled on what I'm going to use. I'm going to use chiseled stone bricks and polished andesite. We'll do it in some kind of pattern along everything, but I think that will be absolutely perfect. I think that'll look really good, and totally, yeah, it'll look much better than the diorite that we currently have sitting up there. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. God damn it, I didn't mean to use that many rockets. Boink. Okay, so this is on the other side. This is where we're going to be putting our kelp farm in. And it's basically going to mirror this exact system. It's going to look pretty damn similar. And they're going to both work the same way. They're going to both be funneling everything down. I'm thinking both where these stairs are, we'll take these out and make like little drop down points for where the items will flow to. But I think let's get cracking on all the redstone bits for this kelp. Also, while we're down here collecting what we need to do the redstone bits, let's go ahead and chuck all this polished diorite into the trash, which is conveniently themed with diorite. How fucking perfect, right? Okay, here's another status update. We have all the redstone in place. It's a really nice, simple observers and pistons, and then just a simple redstone line in the back. Nothing really complicated going on here. Now it's just a matter of figuring out exactly how we're going to move everything along. Alright, and there we are. We have ourselves some kelp in this nice little farming module. I'm gonna AFK here for a little bit and just kind of keep track of it and figure out exactly what is wrong, if anything. Oh, nice. So yeah, we're already experiencing a small problem. So we got a little bit of troubleshooting, but this is the basic idea right here. Faux show. Okay, so I've gone AFK here for a little bit. I went out, got lunch, spent a little bit of time with my brother. And I will say that this works. I've put down like a water stream right here. And as you see, I have collected 55, well now 56 kelp, which is pretty decent. But I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit longer and see if I can scheme up a way to get all these drops to do that every time. To make sure that they drop and funnel down here every time. So hopefully I figure out something super smart. We'll see. I came down to the iron farm to check it out and make sure everything was working well, and we got ourselves a bunch of Zambos down here. Get over here. Stay away from my precious villagers. Ow. Okay. After taking another small break, I think I have an idea. I'm gonna use fence gates. Oh, and I'm gonna open them up. And hopefully that works. Hopefully that's enough to like stop the water from flowing through. But it's also open, so that way everything can make its way to where I want it to make it. Okay, so of course the second I stop recording it starts doing it. It works. Totally works. That was pleasant to see happen. Here, let's see if we can actually get some footage of that happening. Or, yeah, come on, just grow. Just grow for me, please. Please, just do it while I'm recording a clip. Please? Hey, there we go. Nice. So boom, as you can see, totally works. Wonderful. That makes me very happy. Okay, so for now, I'm actually going to opt for no fence gates. And we're just going to keep this old design, and I'm going to continue to brainstorm. But for now, the only reason also is for the change is because they just weren't leaving this area right here and funneling into this area, whereas with this, they'll eventually stack and come through. So this at least will eventually get our drops, whereas the way I had it before, we were getting absolutely nothing. But like I said, I'll brainstorm a few ideas for the project, but for now, let's get working on where everything will funnel to. Also, I'd like to take a second to apologize for how status updatey this episode has been. I just feeling pretty low energy and got some company over and stuff, so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not being too loud or anything like that. But yeah, sorry that this is just a lot of progress updates. Hopefully it's still fun and enjoyable for you. Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, now we got it all nice and sealed up with glass. I need one more piece right here. But this is what our new look over here looks like. Have it all nice and sealed up. These are drops from the farms and just kind of things that were encumbering me. I'll move all this downstairs and break these, but that is pretty much it. That looks really, really, really good. I'm really, really satisfied with how this is looking so far. Whoa. Nice. Oh, that was a solid landing. Hell yeah. Alright, looking good. Looking really good. It's kind of ship-like, this little section right here. I like it. This is looking fucking crazy. And so now the next step is we're going to go ahead and I think I'm going to line this with glass. And we'll funnel everything down from here and across. And I'm thinking the game plan is I'll get the items to come through into this top room, hopefully. Maybe we'll use the spots like right here and right here. Alright, and here we go. This is the collection area for both the kelp and for the sugar cane. If you pop around the side right here, super simple, just a drop down into a water stream, funneled everything through, and I'd say that this is going way better than I was expecting. I am super, super happy with how all of this turned out. Yeah, now we'll have plenty of access to sugarcane and kelp. This is amazing. But now, we're going to actually head on over to the Spoon Lake. We're going to go finish out the rest of this episode over there for that other half of people who wanted to see that. And I have some fun ideas over here. So let's get cracking at that. Okay, so here we are. We are back at the Spoon Lake. And With how much time is left in this episode, I think a good idea is to A, elaborate on what I would like to use these 4 rooms for, and B, start clearing out that system for what these rooms will be for. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to fill these rooms with different kinds of automatic farms. So we can have like kelp, and then we'll do like sugarcane or melons or pumpkins. And then over here we'll have, melons and pumpkins or sugarcane, or basically what isn't over here will be over here. So I'm thinking we'll do kelp and melons, and then we'll do sugarcane and pumpkins. And I think it would be really cool to have it all flow underneath the spoon and then back here maybe. And I'm thinking in this area back here, I'll create a huge item cache where we'll create like an item sorter and a bunch of chests, and the crazy nonsense will be our storage room. But so let's get started on clearing out the underneath area for where I think everything should be flowing to. I think we'll do that as a time lapse. Yeah, let's do that as a time lapse. Alright, there we go. We got the rooms spaced out. These are going to be some pretty good sized farms. I'm excited to see how this all plays out. I think the next part will be cleaning up the inside right here for each module. So then that way it can be as clean as humanly possible. And these ones actually need to be widened a little bit more, but this is the general shape that we're going to be going with. Yeah, this looks great. This is going to be crazy. Having all these items just flow in right here. Oh, yeah. I think that's going to be... Oh, that's going to be so swanky and smooth. So, yeah, the next part, I guess I'm going to use this little module right here as my test to see how I want it all to look. So now we're going to go ahead and clean up this little room. Okay, not perfect. Not perfect by any means, but I think this is a really good start for what these modules are going to look like. We'll put the redstone components and stuff in these back areas, and we'll be able to grow our crops here. This is for the kelp and sugarcane. Oh, I'm sure the pumpkin and melon farms will look a little different, but overall I think this is more than enough space for us to work with and have fun flowing in all these items to our weird item sorter. I think that's going to be awesome. But yeah, just wanted to give you a small update on how that looked. I think it's turning out really groovy. Okay, here we go. Now we got another room looking pretty samesies. It's great. This is going to be an awesome project. But I think we're going to actually have to take on the bulk of this project in the next episode. Just because I know we're starting to push time a little bit on this one, and I think this project is going to definitely require a full episode's worth of attention. So join me next time for episode 7. We'll plop back in over here and get some more automation rolling. But until next time, thank you guys so much for dropping in and watching my content. And yeah, I hope you have a groovy day. See you later, taters.